Okay. Yeah, hello everyone. And tonight I decided to make a live video, a Facebook live video, to talk about a really important topic for everyone that is interested in growth and transformation on their path in their life, or to also awaken your full potential in this lifetime. So I want to talk about something really important, really essential. And it's the law of energetic alchemy. So also how you know alchemists. So alchemists in the myths were able to turn lead into gold. So what they were able to do is something that we are also able to do, but we need to learn this again. We need to learn to connect to this inner power again, to turn lead into gold. So what I mean with this is to turn difficult situations in our life, or difficult emotions, difficult experiences, every one of us experiences, into valuable lessons, into valuable insights that can fuel our power, that can fuel also our personal growth and transformation on our path. And this is I feel like a very forgotten knowledge, that we actually have the power to change our situation, to change our life. We are always able to change our circumstances just within ourselves. So if you experience challenges in your life and feel like, oh my God, this is so challenging, I don't know what to do, I feel frustrated, I feel angry, I feel like just all these really heavy emotions. So you have to always imagine that emotions, or also difficult situations that trigger certain emotions within us, it's free energy, it's neutral energy. So this energy itself doesn't really have a certain charge. Energy is neutral. So it's just the way that what we do with this energy, because every one of us, we are creators, we are alchemists, we are constantly putting together certain ingredients, certain thoughts, certain emotions, certain perspectives on certain things in our life, and these perspectives create a field of energy. So maybe anger, maybe frustration, or whatever you experience. So you're always choosing what you want to experience. You're choosing it. You're in charge. You're the creator. You're always in charge of what you want to experience. So, and what I want to talk about tonight is that to give you a few ideas about how you can take back this control over your life and stay empowered with yourself, and be a creator again, and start to create your life in the way that you want to create it. So in a way also to step out of our victim mentality, that we are victims of life. But it's more about that we are creators, right? To step into our creational power, to step into our potential. And in the end, I will also talk about a special course I developed to support people on their path, to support people, to give them valuable insight and tools to how they can integrate these laws of energetic alchemy into their own life, these laws of transformation. Okay. Yeah, I already can see a few people are tuned in. I'm happy to see there are people. Yeah. So hello to everyone, and yeah, we'll just have a nice time together and to grow together. Because it's always important that we are also all together on this path. No one of us is alone. We are here to support each other, because every one of us has certain gifts and certain potential. We came here because we have a certain mission on this earth, and no one is alone. We don't need to fight through this game also what we are in alone. We are all connected. We are all together. So everything that you are experiencing, or everything I'm experiencing, is something that we experience together. So we are constantly doing this alchemy together. Yeah. So this is something really important I want to share with you, that we are doing this together. No one of us is alone. And I feel this is something also really important for us, that we feel again that we are together in this. Because we are constantly together transforming traumas, transforming stuck energy from the collective field. We are constantly downloading these imprints and these emotions from the collective field through our body, and constantly cleaning it out. So many people that are on the spiritual path of a genuine spiritual path of really healing and transforming ourselves into our divine self again, into our pure self, and to awaken our potential, we are also, at a certain point, we are also downloading a lot of the things that are stuck in the collective field. We are transforming pain and traumas from hundreds of years. So it's really important that we also feel this collective support, not only feel the collective as a heavy burden, but also feel the collective support, because there are so many amazing beings out there, also see on Facebook and now watching as well, so many amazing people that I feel in the field. And we are all here to support each other. We are all here to give to each other, and to support each other on this healing journey. Yeah, so again, like energetic alchemy, this is also something, these are tools that can support you as well because not every emotion you're feeling is basically your emotion, right? Many of these emotions are something you pick up from the collective. So what can we do with this? So I want to share a few things, also from my own experience, what you can do with these emotions that are itself neutral. So even trauma, even pain, even suffering. So all these things that are in the cloud above us, hovering over this planet. So there's a lot of course, pain, also a lot of light. But we are here, of course, to transform this into light again, into purity, into crystalline light again. So, and I feel like there's something really important. How do we do this? Because oftentimes people feel overwhelmed, especially if you are extremely sensitive. And many of us are very, very sensitive. We are highly also emotional, like empath, and highly emotional beings. We feel so deeply. And it's like one thing, like the first ingredient or the first thing that I feel like is really important that we need to integrate is like the practice of silence. So in a way, like also in the principles of alchemy, there's always, you need a vessel. This is always the start, right? So if there's energy, you need a vessel to hold this energy. And basically your energetic system, or your body as well, your energetic body or also your physical body is a vessel, right? So this vessel is something that we need to purify. We need to clear out this vessel and make it, and purify this vessel. So how can we do this, right? So what we can do is also to practice silence, to practice stillness. That's why meditation is also so important, because if we feel all these emotions running through our system every day, the whole day, and especially if there are very strong challenges in our life and it's really intense, then we need to learn to also in a healthy way to detach from what we experience. So we need to be able to hold it, to contain it, and to look at it as if you are the glass and the glass is being filled with something, with some emotions. May it be anger or like really heavy emotion, or maybe joy as well, or really light emotion. Like these are all energies moving in you. And there are certain reasons, of course, certain causes why these energies were triggered. But it's not so much about analyzing it, but it's more about just being still, learning to feel the stillness, feeling yourself as an observer, observing what's happening within yourself. Because most people that didn't do so much work, like on really silencing their mind, silencing their consciousness, they jump onto this train, right? It's like a train that passes you and you jump into the train. It's like, oh my God, now I'm angry, or now I'm sad, or now I'm frustrated. But like we need to realize that we have a choice to follow this emotion or to leave it, to follow this pain or to just observe it. Okay, so it's like a train that passes you, like a cloud, and you have the choice. Do you follow it, or do you stay rooted in the center? Because I feel like our ultimate center is silence. Like also the universe, like it's silence, it's spaciousness. So also silence is spaciousness. And this spaciousness can make it possible for us to really bring space, to bring space on what's happening in our life. So the practice of spaciousness, silence, stillness, and then we will be able to give everything that happens more space, and more awareness, and more consciousness. And then consciousness is light, awareness is light. So just by observing it or not following it, this is already like a really intense, this is already the transformation. This is already how we change the past and change the future in the present moment, through this present moment, through the presence in this moment. Because if you stop following reacting. It's like about reacting. So stop reacting to everything and anything that happens in the outside world. Then you basically you stop the karma, right? So you basically hold in for a moment and feel. How does it feel in your body? And then you just let it go through you. And this alone is already healing. So we don't need to identify with this. Oftentimes taking it very light and very easy is more is more of support to us than trying, okay, now I feel this and what do I do with this? And then we basically are like afraid because we feel fear, and then we have anxiety about anxiety, and so on. It's like a loop, like we're spiraling down. So that's why the spaciousness and silence is so important, because we have to stop it. We have to basically say, okay, stop. What is happening right now? And this is the first step. This is step number 1. And then the second step is also to have like a certain, to realize that you have the power to change it. This is the next step, okay? You have the power to change your inner reality, and you have the power to change the outer reality as well, but it starts within yourself. So for example, if you feel there's a challenge in your life and you feel like extremely overwhelmed, like let's say every one of us, of you probably can just imagine a situation, maybe today and maybe a few days ago, we're like, oh my god, this is completely overwhelming me, and you realize, probably you were reacting, you were doing something that created more of this negative karma, let's say, or more of this old pattern of pain and suffering and trauma, and you reacted on it. So, and the thing is that we experience these things not because life is evil and wants to just, it's not about this, it's a support. Like we have to see these challenges as a gift from life. Because without these challenges, we wouldn't be able to really find out who we really are, and find out our gifts, find out why we're here on this earth, and so on. So these challenges are essential for personal growth and are gifts from life. So challenges and obstacles is not that life hates us, so we're not victims. It's not the case, right? So we have to also change from the victim mentality into saying, no, this is a gift from life. Maybe I'm not able to see this right now. Maybe I'm not able to see this challenge or this obstacle as a gift, but it is. It is a gift. And we have to really feel this in us, like, would life want anything bad for me? Like, really ask yourself this question. Would life really want anything bad for you? Like, I don't think so. Would the universe why would it? Doesn't make sense. Like, life is not evil, right? Life is not like, okay, here now you have to deal with this and I don't care about. No, like, the universe's law of life is love. And it's only ourselves that we judge challenges in our life. We judge them, and then we make it difficult. But life never intended it for us to suffer or to hold on to this pain. It's only like a life that wants to show us, look here, there's more potential for you to release. There's more potential for you to bring into the world. There's more joy, there's more happiness, and you just need to open this door and go through it. So it's basically an invitation, And the more you feel it, the more you really invite challenges. Okay, you can also invite challenges at a certain point to say, wow, okay, thank you, life, for all the challenges and all these teachings, and I'm infinitely grateful, and I call in more challenges. So at a certain point, and now, it could sound crazy that you say, okay, I'm calling in all challenges that I need in order to really unleash my full potential, to come really into my power. But when you feel the power in these words, you will feel it. I invite challenges into my life. This is an extremely powerful sentence. And this is also what I mean with step number 2. It's about also power, willpower, and self-confidence. Okay, this is step number 1 is the practice of silence, spaciousness, and presence. To not attach to everything that you experience. And then step number 2 is basically to build the self-confidence that you feel, okay, like life is not giving me the situation because there's something wrong with me. Life is giving you the situation because you're ready for it, and life is giving you the situation because you ask for it. There's something you also ask for this. I want to grow. Okay, and then this is like confidence. This is how you claim back the power and change yourself from being a victim into being a power, like being in your own power, staying in your center. Okay, so this is like really important that you stay with your confidence within yourself and stop not going into the victim energy. Okay, this is what, of course, many of us do, and of course myself also experience this often, but it doesn't get me anywhere. It doesn't lead to anything. So we have to go out of this mentality, I'm a victim, to more like, okay, this is a chance for me to grow. And what does life want to show me with the situation, and how can I change it? So if I've experienced like an immense, overwhelming situation and challenge, how can I change it? And this is also already like transforming the whole energy, the whole process. So how can I change this? And then you actually you have the power, and this is also of course a practice, right? So all these things are practices. So life will always give us the experiences, we need to practice it more and more and more. And then we can use this confidence and to say, okay, now I feel pain, and or I feel overwhelmed, and I can change it. I can say, okay, that's a really nasty challenge. Your mind is judging it, of course, like this is really horrible. And you can say, maybe it's just an amazing learning, and I will approach it with the joy, lightness, and grace. And then something relaxed, like even when I say this always, like, well, it's like, yes, of course I can change it. It doesn't need to be difficult, it can just be like, okay, maybe the situation wants to help me. Yeah, so this is step number 2, and then the next step is so when you do this, actually, you transform this like fear energy, let's say it's like fear, or because most of the time it's fear. So most of the time when we feel overwhelmed, it's because of fear. It's like stress in our bodies, our nervous system is tense, and then it's stuck energy, and we feel contracted. It's like a contraction. And when we relax and say, okay, maybe we can release this energy, then we have this energy. It's basically this energy becomes free again. Then you have free energy available again. You can try this. Okay, next time there's maybe a challenge for you. So next time when you feel overwhelmed, okay, just think about, okay, if you're overwhelmed, if you're stressed and everything, okay, I know this, but I won't react to this and jump onto this feeling of overwhelmed, but I will actually. So what happens if I change this and say, maybe it's a gift from life, and I will approach it with lightness, grace, and ease, and enjoy it, because you can enjoy it. And then you feel energy, okay? You feel like energy loosens up again, and you feel more potential. You feel like, wow, you feel better. You feel much better again. So then the next step is to also feel the joy, right? So you will feel automatically, right? But so that these steps build upon each other, and you feel automatically how it's shifting into the next stage. You feel joy, and you feel also creative energy. You feel passion. You will suddenly feel, wow, you're so to awaken this inspiration within yourself. Right, to feel inspired, to feel passionately, and then also start to create something, start to channel this energy into something like a creative project, for example. You can also manifestation. So what is important for you? What do you want to create? So to channel this energy into a certain thing that is important for you. Do you want to create? Or also to take life-changing decisions, right? So because often challenges in our life are, in a way, hints from the universe that we need to change something, because it's not in alignment with our deepest truth. So when you go through this process, that you can basically also change. You can use this energy that you free, that you open up again, to change something in your life. Maybe, for example, okay, now I want to go for traveling, right? Or I want to go and experience this, or whatever. Like can be, or I want to start to create a project, to express your creativity. Yeah, so these are basically the 3 steps. So the first step is practice of silence, spaciousness, and stillness. Okay, this is really, really important. This is essential. This is the foundation for, I think, every healing work and transformative works, silence and spaciousness. And then the next step is also power, willpower, and confidence, and coming out of the victim mentality and take responsibility for your life. And then the third step is to use this energy also for creative things, to express yourself creatively. So these are the 3 phases, and so I hope this could give you something. This could also help you for your next challenges, to see it in a different light. So just maybe for your next challenge in your life, remember this, what we talked about in this video. And remember this, that you have a choice to change it, or even better, to use this challenge as a fuel for your empowerment, as a fuel for your growth and transformation. It's good. Challenges are good. Okay, it's really, really good. You can learn to love challenges. Okay, then you have so much energy. You can create. You can really, you can do whatever you want. It's free energy. You can create. Okay, you can heal again. You can make an impact. So I also developed so what I'm planning to do, what I'm going to do, is also to do like a 3-week workshop, online workshop. So for every one of you that feels the resonance and wants to go deeper into this energetic alchemy, and how can we transform ourselves, transform situations of our life, and create something positive from difficult situations, create something positive. So to turn lead into gold, right? So how can I learn this? And I will do like an intensive online workshop, 3-week workshop, where we will do like one group call a week, so 3 group calls, and there will also be personal guidance, personal assistance from me also available. And for anyone who's interested in this, let me know, and I would be glad to also share this with you and go deeper into this and do like a workshop to support each other, so create a space to support each other, to actually to bring in more light into our life, bring in more lightness, and to really contribute as a healer on this earth. Come on to your potential, and also in your creative energy as well. So it's a lot about silence, also empowerment, confidence and power. And it's also a lot about creative energy, passion and joy as well, excitement, how we can use this creative energy. So these are the 3 building blocks we will dive into, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. I'm looking forward to go on this journey together, and just write me a message and I will give you more information about it. So thank you so much for thank you very much for listening, and I wish you a beautiful evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.